Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to welcome our first main event fighter to the cage out of the red corner, Aaron "Beat 'em Up" Smith.
Time now for the main event here at EFN 22. It is Aaron Smith up against Valanti 300 Atsas, the hometown Valanti 300 Atsas, 170 pounds. Title is on the line, the welterweight title at EFN. Speaking of titles, look at all those on the team of Aaron Smith.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Smith coming to us at BTU Club, stand for Beat Them Up. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that are real excited to step in against somebody like Valanti Atsas. Aaron Smith says, sign me up. As far as experience goes, there is nobody Valanti has ever faced with the kind of experience that Aaron Smith brings. 8 professional fights, 25 amateur mixed martial arts bouts. This guy has seen it all, and he's ready to come in and steal some of the thunder that currently belongs to Valanti Atsas. He is ready to play spoiler. He's ready to show the hometown crowd that tonight belongs to him as Aaron Smith walks out to take on 300 with maybe 300 belts in his corner.
Yeah, that is a trophy collection, all right.
Yeah, 13 years in the fight game for Aaron Smith. I saw on some of his social media, he said he's had 67 bouts total under his belt as far as combat sports go. This is the definition of a veteran. At 36 years old, Aaron Smith feels he still has plenty left to accomplish, and he's looking to steal some of the momentum that currently belongs to Valanti Atsas here at Elite Fight Night.
Aaron Smith gets inspected before he makes his way into the cage, and let me tell you, everybody, Valanti Atsas, the Merrillville, Indiana hometown native, when he walks through that curtain, this place is going to explode. Smith is ready. He is jacked up. He is ready to be in the main event.
And now let's welcome to the cage, fight of the blue corner, Valanti 300 Atsas.
Some of us fight out of passion. Some of us fight for ourselves. Valanti 300 Atsas fights for his family. This past winter, while training in Arizona at Fight Ready, his trip was cut short when unexpectedly he received a phone call that his mom had a stroke and would be going into surgery within 15 minutes. That completely changed his outlook. The surgery was successful. And ever since that moment, Valanti 300 Atsas has taken on a new determination. As we look at the tail of the tape tonight, you've got Aaron Smith out of South Bend, Indiana, against Valanti 300 Atsas out of this Merrillville, Indiana hometown. Same height, similar weight. Valanti 300 Atsas undefeated. Aaron Smith at 3-5. And this tail of the tape brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit, and a fighting spirit indeed is what Valanti 300 Atsas owns. His mom recovered from the stroke. At this point, she's in rounds of physical therapy and speech therapy, but expected to make a full recovery. And Valanti told us, seeing her go through that was the scariest thing I've ever endured in my life. But seeing her bounce back is the most inspiring thing I've ever seen in my life. From seeing her first step back on her feet, to getting to 10 steps at physical therapy, to getting home and throwing the walker on the floor and saying, I've done it, I'm here. Valanti said, I know where I get it from. My mom has been my rock, and I am now more bulletproof than ever. I'm a different person now. Valanti enters this main event not just as a champion, but as a champion fighting for his family.
Yeah, it was hard not to get emotional talking to him beforehand. He says to us, I realized when my mother had her stroke that I had never really experienced fear until that moment. This is coming from a guy that gets paid to be locked in a cage for a fist fight. Valanti Atsas getting ready to start a new chapter in his career, and he's starting it tonight with Aaron Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event of the evening. So before we get the action started, I have one more thing to say. Maryville, Indiana, are you ready? Our next bout is for the Elite Fight Night welterweight title, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out the El Popo Tortillas red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 168.1 pounds. Representing BTU Club from South Bend, Indiana, please welcome Aaron Beat Them Up Smith. And now let's welcome his opponent, fighting out of the Goji Resistance Apparel blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 169.2 pounds. Representing Maxim Gym from Maryville, Indiana, let's welcome Valanti 300 Atsas. Referee Rob Madrigal to give the instructions.
All right, gentlemen, I need you to protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. I want you to fight hard, but fight clean. Want to touch gloves? Do it now. Back up and we'll get started.